Hey, everybody. So, welcome in. Tonight, we are going to be talking about the Conjuring House, the Conjuring House owners, and the debunkers and disbelievers, right? So, I will be going over the Conjuring House latest post on their Facebook page in regards to disbelievers and the debunkers and how they tagged hashtag Sam and Colby in their Facebook post. We're going to go through everything from the beginning. We're going to talk about the Conjuring House on Sam and Colby's they had for when they were there for a week. We're going to go over Mythos Paranormal, Bad to the Bone, J Cards, Beardo, and I have all their links down below in the description. So let's go ahead and get this intro started, and we are going to talk about it. Hey, all right. So let's bring up. So, do you guys know who Cody and Satori is? I want to ask you guys first before I start talking about it. Do you guys know who Cody and Satori are? Okay. Perfect. So everybody's going to be able to follow this pretty well. All right. So we're going to start off with. I want to start off with the Conjuring House trailer so we can refamiliarize you guys with the backstory, with the whole Ed and Lorraine Warren, which by the way, Ed and Lorraine Warren is another whole topic that I do want to discuss. Hey, Colin, how are you? Because I want to discuss how, how much they believed in themselves, that they believed in a whole franchise, right? They made themselves who they are. They made themselves who they are as people. Him being a demonologist, her being a medium, like we're definitely going to get into the whole Ed and Lorraine as well. So I'm saving that for another day. So we're going to watch the Conjuring trailer to, refamiliarize everybody with everything. Let me go ahead and share that.
I get my own room.
Oh, you really? You're the young one.
Oh, that's on the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. First clap.
Let me try with pleasure hands.
Clap. I'm gonna get you now. I can hear you breathing. You took your blindfold off. I win. I was in Christine and Nancy's room. Girls, it's way past your bedtime. Who's ever down there? I'm gonna lock you in now. Ah! Help! Andrea! Help!
Okay, yeah, that movie actually really was creepy. And I will say, this movie really started off the whole thing with me really being into Ed and Lorraine and with me feeling some type of way about them, plus the story, which, thus making it quote unquote a true story. And after knowing like what you know to present day, it like almost makes you feel bad about how someone was villainized and demonized. Bathsheba, right? You guys remember Bathsheba is the one that played, the nasty villain in the Conjuring movie. And it was really all just made up. It was stories and there were no facts. There was no proof that Bathsheba was a witch that murdered children and babies. Like it was all made up by just folks and people and Ed and Lorraine. And it's really sad. Like I said, Ed and Lorraine is going to be a whole nother topic because everything originated off of those two. And it kind of set off this kind of cause and effect. And I really feel bad knowing that Bathsheba, the real person, right, is that was actually known for a long time for being a demon and a villain and a witch, and all these bad things when she actually wasn't. Her grave was vile and it was desecrated, and so many vile things happened. So I do feel a certain way about that. But anyway, so the Conjuring House, right, based off of a supposed true story. by the Perrin family, right? Pretty much anything paranormal happened to them in this house, from what is told from one of the last living relatives of the daughters. So I'm going to share the Conjuring House webpage because I want you guys to take a look at this. I'm down for some hide and seek, okay? I'm down for some hide and seek. So I want to share the Conjuring House website. Let's see. So this is the Conjuring House website. And of course, it's very interactive, very up to date. The Conjuring House, look, it's even looks like it's based off the movie, right? I mean, you can see the whole house. I mean, it's a huge house in general in itself, huge house. And then you scroll down, let's ghost hunt, not hunt for info. Use these links to get your answers. Have the about us, the Perrin family, property history, meeting the staff, team of collaborators, and spirits. Then it goes into a little bit of the history about the estate. And I kind of want to read this because I want you guys to get the background on how this was supposedly a true story based off of a family story. I know I've always wanted this house. So it's called the Old Arnold Estate, and it's located in Harrisville, Rhode Island. It's an authentic colonial home circa 1736, whose paranormal phenomena was made famous by the Conjuring movie, right? So this house was made famous by the Conjuring movie in 2013, depicting the hauntings of the Perrin family that lived there in the 1970s. Its paranormal past runs deep as far back as the 1700s, when the spirits of native tribes remained embedded in the land up through the present day, with many spirits who continue to inhabit and visit the property. The mystical farmhouse offers visitors an opportunity to engage with authentic paranormal activity and is considered one of the most active paranormal locations in the world. So I want you guys to remember this and remember this. This farmhouse offers visitors the opportunity to engage with authentic paranormal activity. So number one, I want to point out that the Conjuring House offers and is pretty much putting out there that they are confirming that when you engage with anything at the Conjuring House, it's almost guaranteed to have paranormal activity all the time that you're there, right? Now, anybody knows that in the real paranormal world, when you're investigating, you are not always 100% guaranteed to capture anything at any given time. You will go hours, days, and weeks without even capturing anything, any kind of paranormal activity. So the fact that this place already guarantees that it has the most authentic paranormal activity and is considered one of the most active paranormal locations in the world, like it guarantees. I mean, honestly, you can't guarantee paranormal. In my opinion, you just can't guarantee it. You can't. That is one thing you cannot guarantee. Exactly, Terry. Exactly. You cannot guarantee paranormal activity. It's unfathomable. Like you just can't. In my opinion and experience, you can't guarantee it. Okay. So set on 8.5 acres, surrounded by stone walls, open fields, a river, and a forest, visitors come from around the world to observe and connect with energy here that Andrea Perrin describes as a portal cleverly disguised as a farmhouse. Since opening it to the public in 2019, thousands of visitors have witnessed and engaged with the abundance of supernatural activity present here. Okay, I'm not going to doubt, right, anybody that has experienced paranormal activity there, but it is very questionable that that you are guaranteed to have paranormal activity at any given time. It's a little suspicious to me. Oh, I believe it, Colin. I know the UK has some of the most haunted areas. and haunted houses and places. I know that. I follow a lot of UK paranormal investigators and debunkers. So I truly believe the UK people are the best at doing that job. I truly believe that. Then it says last here, for anyone longing to connect with the other side of existence, this is the place to do it. The Conjuring House is a historical treasure with pastoral beauty, providing those who are curious with an experience they will never forget. For some, an experience here can provide the key to understanding that our consciousness survives death and that we connect with those who have passed before us. Right. Okay. So the Perron family, let's get into the Perron family. Okay. So these are actual pictures of the Perron family. They're at the Conjuring House. Of course, look, it was white paneling back then. House of Light, House of Light, House of Light. Here's the family. This is them in 1971. So this is them currently or recently, I will say. And the one right here, the one in the pink shirt next to the man on the left, that is Andrea Perron. Okay, that is Andrea Perron if you do not know her. So this is the Perron family and their kids, their children. And this is them again. And then this is the house during that time. So already it's set up a little bit different visually, right? But some things are very similar. Some things are really very similar. Now here in this picture with the Perron family, you have Cody and Satori. I think there's for sure spooky stuff happening there, but I don't think it's as haunted. I completely agree with that, Thea. I'm not going to say that it's not haunted and there is not paranormal activity there. I just don't think it's happening and is there as often as they are portraying it. I just don't. So the mystery of life, death, and the afterlife is something we might not ever comprehend fully in this realm. But it is the fascination, the curiosity about it that keeps us guessing and searching for answers to our most esoteric questions about human existence. In June 1970, my mother, Carolyn Perron, discovered a farm quite by accident, though. As we looked back in retrospect, it seems to bear that our family was called to that place in the country, in Harrisville, Rhode Island. So my parents bought the place in December of 1970, and we lived there until the 80s. We experienced continual paranormal encounters beginning from the day we moved in until the day we finally moved to Georgia. Having graduated from Burville High School in 76, I left home I loved, attending Chatham College in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In 1980, my mother informed me that the sale of the farm was pending. I was heartbroken by the news. Despite the trials, it was home and I loved it. Though we abandoned our place in our country, it never left us. So I just want you guys to bear in mind, since you all have seen the Conjuring movie, right? You all have seen it. Based off of everything that you have seen that this family has went through in that house, the activity and everything they experienced, would you want to go back to that house? Would you call that place home? Like, all this is very confusing to me. Because if I had the experience that they had as an individual and as a family, you would not catch me in that house or wanting to be in that house ever again. I mean, what is your take on this? How do you guys feel about this? Would you go back to a house where you experienced all these terrible things happening to your family? Exactly. So I'm kind of confused as to why Andrea Perron is always there at the Conjuring House. Not always there, but she's, you know, she has appearances. She makes appearances. She attends certain events going on at the Conjuring House. She's very close with Cody and Satori, which we'll get into here right after this introduction. And Ghost Hunters Northwest. Yeah, so we'll get into all that after I'm done reading this real quick. I just want you guys to get some people that are going to be watching this on the replay to get the background story, right? So for those that don't know, Andrea Perron, she made a book. She began writing the manuscript, which became the trilogy, House of Darkness, House of Light. And I relocated to Georgia with my family to write the story. The task proved to be quite an excursion, spawning several nightmares while we exhumed our memories of the dead. Often painful, it has also been a healing process, as each of us revisited a past impacting our present, clearly mapping the future of our family. Many have spoken and written about fragments of our story, which I agree with this. I agree, opening up and telling about your traumas and telling about your past things that have affected you is definitely a healing, can definitely heal you. It is definitely something that you want to do, is to heal from your past. And it is a healing process. That I do agree with you, that definitely writing it down, making memoirs, making a book, letting other people know is definitely a healing process. I do agree with her with that. Anytime you do that, you're opening yourself up for a healing process. You're sharing parts of yourself that made you go through a traumatic experience. So you're not holding that in anymore. You're not letting it hold you back. So I do agree with the healing process. Now is the time to tell the whole truth about what happened at the farmhouse, alive with death. We spent a very illuminating decade living among the spirits. It is a tale worth telling because it is true. So Andrew Perrin is also saying that this is true. Now, I'm not doubting things haven't happened, but I am doubting some of the things that have happened, whether they have happened or not, and exactly how they have happened. As it turns out, you can go home again, thanks to Corey and Jennifer Heinzen and now Jacqueline Nunez, which they are the official owners of the Conjuring House. We have been afforded access to the place that will always be in my home heart. Andrea Perrin. Okay. So I want you guys, okay, so we're going to go look at the whole pretty much series, right? That started Cody and Satori and the Conjuring House, putting them back in the spotlight again. We're going to go through all of this. We're going to go through all of this. So let me stop sharing that. And you guys are familiar with Sam and Colby. So Sam and Colby, this is where, right? This is where this was done what, in November, December, I believe, you guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, from Sam and Colby. What was it? Yeah, 4 months ago. So they put this out, what, 5 months ago, actually? They put it out 5 months ago in a 4-part series. Now, granted, right, they had to edit and put together all 4 of these separate parts for being at the Conjuring House for a week. So Sam and Colby were at the Conjuring House for a week. They spent a full week there at the Conjuring House. So they were probably there a month before they were actually put out their content, give or take, right? So we need to be careful at some of the parts that we play on here. So I just want to get to the parts pretty much with Cody and Satori.
Look, I get it. It's hard to get
Guys,
started.
after this ad.
You make the commitment to get back in shape, but then you get distracted.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right, hang on.
The following footage you're about to see, we left completely unedited and completely uncut so that you guys could experience.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Can you reintroduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and link this video in the comments, so you guys can go see this. Okay. Hey Rebel, how are you? So this is Sam and Colby's surviving the week at the Conjuring House. This is their first episode. You can find the other 3 on this as well. They are both very handsome. They both have a very great presence with them. And there's a reason why they're influencers. Okay. There's a reason why they're influencers. They're very good at what they do. Yeah, they're very good at, I'm just going to say they're very good at what they do. Okay. So who I have on the screen right now is Cody and Satori. Now, Cody and Satori, they work at the Conjuring House. Now, what these 2 can do, like really, like, I was just like in awe and shock. I was like, oh my God, that's absolutely amazing, right? What they can do. I'm like, that's completely amazing. Like, I have no words for what they can do. Like, this is amazing. So we're going to get into this. I'm going to show you guys what they can do. Okay, I'm going to show you guys if you guys don't know.
All right, well, I'm Satori Hawes.
I'm Cody Despian.
Okay, so Satori Hawes, for those of you that don't know, Satori Hawes is Jason Hawes' daughter. Now, for those of you that way back in the day like me, you remember Taps from TV. Yeah, her dad is Jason Hawes from Taps and now Ghost Hunters. And Cody, oddly enough, also started out his internship, I would say, on Ghost Hunters as well with Jason Hawes and met Satori when she decided to start entering her dad's field in ghost hunting, right? In that type of field. So there's a little backstory. So they didn't know each other supposedly till they got together on Ghost Hunters with Jason Hawes, Satori's dad.
Caretakers here at the Conjuring House, and we also communicate with the other side, I guess you could say.
In a very interesting way that we kind of found out by accident. So the first day we met, we were paired up with each other to investigate a private residence. We thought the place was really active. And then the next investigation we went on, the same activity, a lot of footsteps and banging sounds. And then the other team members were like, maybe it's something with you guys. You should go experiment. We found out that eventually, over time, that when we hold hands or hold wrists, it's almost like flipping on a light switch and kind of draws them in a little closer. So we're not mediums or anything. We can't sense anything.
Okay, so are you guys following what they're saying, right? So they're pretty much saying that they found this ability, quote unquote, that they have by accident together. And when they touch hands or touch wrists, when there's any type of connection, pretty much, right, between the two of them, pretty much things happen, right? Things happen from the other side. It's pretty much what, but they're not mediums, right? They are not mediums, but they have this ability as a couple. Okay, they have this ability as a couple to be able to communicate with the other side. Little sus, but okay.
Whatever happens, everyone is here to witness. We can't control it, and we only do this for people who cross our paths naturally and don't do it for money or anything like that. So just is what it is.
We can't guarantee who comes through, so that's just your warning. It could be literally anyone that wants to communicate. So if you guys get uncomfortable at any point, just let us know, okay?
Do you guys have a name for this technique, or what would you call it? Method?
We don't.
Thing we do.
That weird thing we do.
Okay, so for what they do, right? For what they do, instead of saying that they can communicate, right? Instead of saying that they can communicate with spirits from the house, right? Which you would think would be the most logical thing with them being what they are, that they can communicate with the spirits in the house. But they're also saying that they communicate with other spirits of who is in the house with them. So they're saying that they can connect with Sam and Colby's past loved ones, with whoever that they are in the house with. They can also connect and let them receive messages from their loved ones, right? It still seems a little odd, right? It still seems a little odd.
Let's go.
They do weird things, the spirits come.
I guess so. But all right, so wherever you guys feel comfortable.
Oh, also, did you say we're trying to contact anybody specifically, or someone wanted to come through and talk to us specifically, or no?
So we do a lot of sessions in the house, especially with Jacqueline. And the session we did most recently, Abigail came through, Abigail Arnold, and she said that she wanted to talk to you guys. So
Oh, wow.
we're not really sure what she has to say.
Okay, so Abigail Arnold, right? Abigail Arnold, which is supposedly one of the main spirits in the house, right? That likes to connect with Cody and Satori and relay messages to them. And how would Abigail, a spirit, even know that Sam and Colby's coming? And how would another spirit be excited about the fact that Sam and Colby are going to be there and wants to talk with them? I mean, I don't know. It's just like, after knowing what I know now, it's just all really skeptical to me right now. It's all really sus. Everything just like stands out to me right now. Everything stands out.
Well, we expect her to come through. Who else? We don't know.
Okay, so that lady right there that we saw, the older lady with the short gray hair and the glasses and the phone, that's actually recording the session again or whatever it is that she's doing. She is the owner of the Conjuring House. She is the one that sets the rules. She is the one that decides financially who's allowed, what's allowed to be filmed. And she also is the one that now, if you are filming in the Conjuring House, they have to look at your footage to see what you're going to be like posting on your platform. They actually have to look at your footage to see what you're going to be doing. Odd, very odd indeed to me. Very odd indeed to me. They're already subtly setting up their long con. Once you watch some of the people disrupting their claims, it's hard to not see how fake they are. Exactly. Hi, Shalima. How are you? Thank you for listening.
Is it best with lights on and lights off?
You can leave lights on. You might want to evaluate the setting.
You'll hear them walk into the room from different angles. Usually.
Okay.
You're going to hear everything.
Great. We've already been hearing things in this room.
The following footage you're about to see, we left completely unedited and completely uncut so that you guys could experience it the way that we did.
This affected us so much that we even flew back to the Conjuring House a month later to try to debunk what we saw, and we couldn't. We'll include that footage here at the end.
We want you to watch and give your honest opinion about what you think, because after Sam and I experienced this, we've been thinking about it every single day since.
Okay, so here's Sam and Colby, right? Even telling you that what we're seeing right now with Cody and Satori is unedited. Okay, it is unedited because they felt that you guys need to experience what they experienced, which means the whole thing. Okay, and nothing edited. So here we go.
All right, so if anybody's here and you can hear my voice, I'm going to connect with Cody right now, and wherever you are, I'm going to ask you to come close to us and just stomp your feet or hit something as loud as you can so we know you're here, okay? So if you're around, I'm standing here in this living room area. Can you come in here, please?
Okay, wait a minute. Okay. So, hey, Raj, how are you? Nothing, just chilling, doing some spooky stuff. So, exactly. So at the start of that, like it honestly did sound like actual footsteps coming from above them, right? That part actually did sound like some footsteps coming from above them. But then after that big initial, like what sounded like a footstep, right? Now we get to the knocking. Oh, he's on Twitch. It's Raj. It's one of my friends. Oh, that's the guy. Yes, who does. Yes, Caroline, you know who it is. Yes, it's the guy that does the knocking from his shoes. We're gonna get into all of that. We're gonna get into all that. He's on Twitch. Yeah, Raj is on Twitch. I'm also on YouTube, by the way, Raj. Okay, so we're gonna. I'll be stopping this throughout this whole thing. I'll be stopping it to talk about certain things.
If anybody's here, I'm going to ask you. Okay, if anybody's here, I'm going to ask you to make that same noise you just made, maybe let's say 4 times, to let me know you can hear me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Might be a bit exciting. So I know. Okay, hold on a second. So I'm going to play a little game. If you'd like to tell me your first.
Okay. So I don't get that. I definitely don't get that. Yeah, so yeah, we're doing a little I don't know if you know Raj, but I don't know if you know the whole like Conjuring House, Cody and Satori, Sam and Colby, debunkers and all that controversy that's been going on since last year. I don't know if you know about any of that, but I'm just I'm going through it and talking about it tonight. So it is a little bit on the spooky side. From his sneaky, yes. I was just gonna say that whenever he turned over to look to his right side, it's like he had to lift his foot up. Yeah, exactly. I saw that. Exactly. But if you guys listen to these knocks, it's just so weird to me. Why would a spirit need to knock like that? And the reason they give, right, is because they're excited, but it still doesn't make sense to me. It still doesn't make sense to me because spirits, they don't stay in one spot very long. If you guys know anything about having any types of experiences, or even just by what you know from movies, it's just very sus and weird to me. But when you do ghost hunt and you're on your own with people you know, well, yeah, exactly, Colin. Exactly, Colin. And of course they feel the yes, of course they feel the vibrations. He's clicking his foot and ankle against the ground. Right. Because they're said, so Cody and Satori are said to be kind of like the Fox sisters. And if you guys don't know who the Fox sisters are, they're the ones that started the whole spiritual movement, right? They are the ones that pretty much started our spiritual movement in the paranormal world. And by what they were doing. And they were fakes, they were phonies, they were cracking their bones, all that stuff. They were doing a whole lot of fake stuff to make it come off as real, which is sad, but that is how the movement started. Yeah. The Fox sisters. So you guys can Google the YouTube, the Fox sisters. There's lots of information about the Fox sisters on there. That's how I found them out. And you guys will definitely be able to understand what we're talking about and how they are easily being compared. Well, mostly Cody is being compared to the Fox sisters.
Name, I'm going to go through the alphabet. When I get to the first letter of your name, you're going to knock. I'll restart. When I get to the second letter, you're going to knock, and I'll keep restarting until I spell out things, okay? All right. So I'm going to get your first name. A, B, Abigail Arnold. Perfect. It's great to talk to you this evening.
Like, I just can't. Okay, I just can't with these guys. Just, okay, listen. So off of 2 letters, AB, Abigail Arnold, right? Because they're in the Conjuring House. And they've communicated with this quote-unquote spirit so many times that as soon as they just get the AB, it's automatically Abigail Arnold. It can be nobody else, it's Abigail Arnold. And I'm just laughing at it right now because hindsight's 2020 after going through all everything that's been debunked and looking at it rationally and logically, because I really wanted to believe that these two, Cody and Satori, could actually communicate with the other side, because I'm a huge believer in everything spiritual, everything supernatural and paranormal. I do believe there's an afterlife. I do believe there's another side. And I do believe that they communicate to us through many different things, through many different people, objects, other conduits. I do believe in that. And I wanted to believe in this so bad. But after everything was proven to be debunked and proven to be fake and wrong, I mean, you just have to realize that it's just not real. Like, it's just not real. The owner's smug little grin is what bothers me. She knows they're following Sam and Colby waited to ride their coattails. Exactly. It's like, I'll show you guys the post that the Conjuring House also made on their Facebook as well. I'll show that too. And how they also tagged Sam and Colby on their Facebook. It's crazy to me. Why does she have to explain to the ghost when the ghost already, yes. Like, you just start seeing things a little bit more clearly now, and you're like, yep, there it is. You're like, why didn't I see that before, right? You're like, yep, there it is. Yeah, exactly, Caroline.
Hey, wait, is this normal?
For us.
What?
Dude, this is everywhere.
Do you have something you'd like to say? Okay, how many words? So I'm going to play a little game. If you'd like to tell me your first name, I'm going to go through the alphabet. When I get So
Okay, I had to stop it there because I want you guys to look at Jennifer. Is that her name? I don't forget her damn name already. What's her name? I know her last name is Nunez. What's her name? I don't remember now. Nunez is her name. I just had a brain fart. But look at her. Look at how she's recording this herself. Okay, she's recording this herself. Well, thank you, Raj. I appreciate you. I hope you've had a great day. I hope you've had a great day. Thank you for stopping in and checking on me. I appreciate it. It's good to see you. Yes, so she's actually recorded the owner. Okay, the owner here is actually recording all this as well, which is a little weird, right? As the owner, if Stam and Colby is already there recording for their channel, and you would already need to see what they're going to be putting on their channel, you wouldn't need to do any of this unless it's for your own personal gain, in my opinion, or for your own personal collection. Like, oh, look, I had Sam and Colby here. But why when the whole world is going to stay there at the Conjuring house? Exactly, Colin. Exactly. And then, right, if you guys will notice, I want you guys to notice as they are doing this whole session for Sam and Colby, I want you to notice her reaction throughout this thing, because it's like she's looking at them after certain things happen and kind of like, do you guys see? Are you guys seeing this? Yep, we're right. Do you guys see this? It's almost like it's so weird to me. It's so weird to me.
Everywhere.
do you have something you'd like to say? Okay, how many words?
Well, can I ask her something first?
Mm-hmm.
Abigail, do you know who? Can you see me pointing? Do you know who this is? Can you tell us his name?
A, B, C, A, B, C, D.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to. Like, why are they stopping my live? I'm literally doing commentary every so many seconds. Do you see what this makes no sense? Why are they stopping my live? Why are they stopping my live? Okay. They did this last time when I originally started doing this. They did this last time. Yeah, let me speed it up. Oh my God, I don't even know where I left off. I was just over here talking and talking and talking. Goodness gracious. All right, am I still here? Am I still there? Oh my God. Okay, I see that I'm back. All right, okay. This is just crazy. So I should have known because last time I tried to do commentary, like this same thing happened. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to just go back and I guess I'll play some mythos and stuff. It's just like, do you see, like I'm even doing commentary, right? I'm stopping it every so many seconds and I'm doing commentary. This is legit. I am like a freaking small channel, the bottom of YouTube, 1,300 subscribers, just doing commentary on Sam and Colby. This is just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Stupid. Holy jeez. Okay. Crazy to me. Hey, baby. They stopped my live twice for just commentating. Twice. Okay, so I follow Mythos. Now, Mythos is an amazing creator, an amazing debunker, and I really like his content and I like him as a person, and I'm going to tell you why. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think everybody has, to be honest. I think everybody has. I don't know. I'm just gonna give up playing their content. So, but anyway, so Mythos, when he started out his channel, right? He started it out actually being fans of Cody and Satori and believing in what they do. He didn't even start his channel to debunk or to become a disbeliever, as you know, the Conjuring House called him. Because the Conjuring House, they mentioned him specifically, him and Bad to the Bone Paranormal, which I do have their linked in the description below for you guys to go check out the channel if you have not. But if you go down, he started his channel not that long ago. So let me see. 3 months, 3, 2, 3. What about 3 or 4 months ago? Yeah, about 3 or 4 months ago, he started his channel and he just like blew up and he now has 15,000 subscribers. And I remember how I found him. He only had like a couple videos and he had like 200 subscribers. And I'm so glad to be kind of like one of the first few people that started following him. But like, he's just really good at his videos. You guys really should check out his videos if you haven't. He's really great. So let me go. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is the one.
The all-new GoDaddy Arrow helps you get your business online in minutes with the power of AI. With the perfect name.
Okay. So this is the one, like you guys remember this guy from Taps and from Ghost Hunters, right? This is when one of the guys from all of that, and they're actually showing, right? They're showing the whole knocking whenever they touch or whenever they connect. Yeah, the shape is really good as well. The shape has good content. Jake Hartz, I also have him in the description below. There's several other people too. I think Mr. Gray or something like that's another one. But there's a lot of people that do really great content out there. But this one I'm going to show you is specifically debunking them. Mythos is really very good at that. And I'm gonna we're gonna watch this for a little bit. Let's see. So let me get to it. Let me see if this is the actual one though. I don't think it's this one. Okay, so it's not that one. Yeah, he even calls out that Mackie and Amanda for being fake mediums. Like, you guys really should watch him. Really should watch him. Okay, here it is. I think this is the one.
So it might go on for a little bit, but guys, make sure that you stick around to the end. If you've seen my last few videos, I've dropped some hints at finding a clip of Cody definitely looking like he's knocking his feet. Now, I wasn't sure whether to post it because at this point, does anyone care? Are people getting bored? But I think that's what Cody and Satori are hoping for. People to just forget about this drama, let it blow over, and they can carry on doing what they're doing and scamming people.
I love his intro. His intro is so cool. I really like it. Yeah, I'm sub 2 if you learn a lot. And then, yes, exactly, Caroline. I felt like I had been taken for it, even though I really actually wasn't. But I so believed them and wanted it to be true. So I really felt that I had been bamboozled, so to speak. Yeah. So I totally get what you're saying.
So I'm just going to post this up anyway, keep it in people's faces. And guys, make sure you share this so you can show people as well. Well, another reason as well, guys, is I just didn't want to be mean. They've been getting a lot of hate, and I've been like, guys, stop giving them so much hate. But to be honest, I can see why people are getting so angry. Just for example, right, I've got a little cousin, she died at 10 days old. If they said to me that someone on the other side was looking after her and stuff like that, and then it turned out to be fake, I would be pissed that they used her like that. And guys, don't say they don't use kids though. They only bring up the elderly, which doesn't make a difference anyway. I know for a fact they've done it with little children. It's gross.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I definitely will, Thea. I definitely will. Yeah, just let me know when. So the point that he makes here that I completely agree on is that the whole kids thing, right? Even the kids in real life, this same rule applies to past, right, children. You don't really want to bring that up or talk to or about that either. It's never a good thing. I think anybody trying to, do something with children from the other side, it's absolutely, yeah, I don't know. He's near you, Angie, baby. That's cool. Yeah, I forgot where exactly in the UK he is at, but yeah.
Especially with children, when they start talking about,
I was on
things,
the Titanic and things like that. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Also, another.
When children on the Titanic, wait, is she saying that they've connected with children from the Titanic? Is that what they're saying? I'm confused. That's kind of weird. Hey, Spec. Yeah, I'm streaming to both at the moment. YouTube is kind of giving me, not YouTube, but certain Sam and Colby are giving me kind of a hard time with doing commentary with YouTube. So kind of had to cut that segment out and move on to my next segment. So thank you for showing up. It's just kind of weird that they would talk about children. Anytime it's just really weird. That's a subject that I would not even touch when it came to dealing with the paranormal. It's just not.
Another reason, guys, why I'm posting this is because I've actually been contacted by 2 of their friends, and I've been told, yep, they're fake. It sounds like people know they are fake, but just daren't say anything because then they are kind of done in the paranormal world.
Which is true, right? So it's kind of like, even if you believe and know and there is evidence of certain things being fake in the paranormal community, a lot of people will not point it out because it kind of sets you apart from everybody else in the paranormal community, right? Because it's I don't know how to explain this. Like, it's either you're for or you're against, and there is no in between. And it's like you're a skeptic and a debunker, or you're nothing but like the investigators that prove everything and there is no fake. Does that make sense? Yeah, well, that's a little different, Colin. That what they're doing, like they're doing it from the Conjuring House, right? They're saying that it's like a portal. They're saying the Conjuring House is a portal. And I think using that and then all of a sudden contacting, you know, children that have passed, I think goes a little bit beyond that. Got a little, yeah. I forget where he said he was from, but yeah. That's why Satori's dad was so popular. Taps, yes, exactly. Taps was amazing. I loved Taps. They were huge with debunking, very huge with debunking. And you know that you could trust them to find if something was real or fake because they were great with debunking. They were really absolutely great with it. Exactly, Colin, exactly.
What I've been told is that in the paranormal field, if you question them, you are made an example of, to the point that nobody else will question them as fear of the.
Exactly. So what he's saying here, right? Like you don't question certain people in the paranormal community because then you're made an example of, right? That's pretty much what I was trying to say. And he had already said it. I just needed to wait a little bit longer, but he said it perfectly.
Same treatment, and nobody is willing to cross that line. I said this in my last video, but I watched a little bit of the podcast today with Andrea Perrin, and I got the vibes from these guys. Say, like, if you speak out against Cody and Satori, they are like, you guys. Fuck you.
Oh my God, these ads. Are you serious?
And I just thought that, you know, Ken had a YouTube channel. He was their friend, did a couple of videos. But guys, check this out. Him and Andrea actually work for the Conjuring House, which, you know, it kind of aligns with what I've been saying. Imagine if they come out and said they don't believe. They're kind of going to be done, aren't they? They're not going to be working there anymore. You are done. Fired. But it does sound like they believe so much that they are like, anyone else who says anything against them, you.
True, right? It's like anybody else that says they don't believe is like that, right? Since they are the main two in the community, they also work at the Conjuring House, and they're also in everything for the Conjuring House. So it's almost like you can't say anything wrong against them and who's with them because they just quote unquote know everything.
Oh, maybe it's time to go on the offensive a little bit.
Trolls, I believe in karma. It sickens me and it makes me very angry.
But you people out there who support them, you're on the right side.
Often we fall into this, there's this side and there's this side. Well, you know what? Sometimes this side isn't telling the truth, and we should be saying that. It's important to hear things you don't agree with because it is the single best way to test your own beliefs. It's a sign of thoughtfulness to hear a perspective that you disagree with and to say, you know what? I hadn't considered that. That's a really good point.
And before people say anything, though, these two people, they're not just someone pretending to be someone. They've proven who they are and told me some info on them. I just can't really give any details because they are in the paranormal field, and I don't want to throw them under the bus. But guys, what I would say is anyone else out there who knows, don't hold back. Tell us your experiences and what you know and what's happened. Everyone would love to hear. All right, so just to go over a few things before we get into the clips, people. And by the way, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. And by the way, speaking of comments, I've had a few saying, Mythos, I don't know where you stand. Well, I haven't known where I've stood. It's been a crazy month or so. I've said I believe, then I've seen some things and been like, I'm not sure if I believe. Then I've seen something and been like, yes, it's real. But now, like at the end of the video, you're going to see what I've seen, which I just can't deny. They are fraudsters, they're fakers, and they've fooled us all.
So see, he says right here, okay, babe, love you. I'll talk to you later. So he says right here, right, that he is a believer. He believed them, right? And then now that after he's seen everything and he's actually debunked them himself, right? He just knows that they're fake. He just knows that they're fakes.
Also, guys, I want to apologize to the debunkers because I said this in a previous video. If, like me, you also watch the debunkers videos, they are showing how Cody and Satori could be faking. In my opinion, they're not showing how they are faking. When debunking, you can't just say something is debunked because I think they are faking by doing this or that. You have to show concrete evidence. And I guess I was just wrong. In my opinion, I didn't really see anything that proved it, but I guess it's kind of like you've just got to see it for yourself and then it will hit you. Okay, guys, also, if you've seen my other video where I talk about Sam and Colby being involved, now that I know Cody and Satori are definitely up to something, that video needs to get shared because we need to see the behind the scenes footage where they tested Cody and Satori without their shoes on. Now, if you haven't seen my video, check it out and share it, but we got a slight glimpse of them doing it with their shoes off.
Now, have you guys seen those videos? Those videos are imperative to the debunking. Those videos are absolutely imperative to the debunking. That's good. That takes place.
We didn't get to see the footage, did we? We need that footage. Sam and Colby, come on, guys. We're not letting this drop. Now, I'm not surprised we haven't seen the clip, though, because it's going to show them faking, isn't it? Actually, I bet no knocking was happening when they had their socks out, because that's probably why Sam and Colby left it out. And if nothing happens when they're just in socks, says it all, doesn't it? Because the knocks happen as soon as they touch, as they've showed us multiple times, even making a game of it like this. What I've been told, guys, is that even between friends and investigators, they won't even do this, and said they haven't got a need to prove it. So when the cameras aren't even rolling, they're not willing to do it with their feet out. That's just...
Okay, if you aren't willing to prove that you're real and take your shoes and socks off and do this, whatever it is you guys do together to communicate with the other side, what is everybody supposed to believe? We're just supposed to take you on your word and just be like, oh, okay, yeah, it's okay, they're real. No, like, why, if you're real and everything is real, why would you not just prove that you're real? Just prove that you're real. Prove it's not fake.
Just says a lot. And guys, yes, you do need to prove it. As I've always said, it's easy to prove you're legit. Do this and that and boom, you will shut everyone up and change the world. But no, it's fake. Like Darren Brown once said.
And always remember that when you see something inexplicable, that extraordinary things require extraordinary evidence.
Okay, first, guys, before we get into the main clip, I want to show you this clip as well, which I discovered the other day, and I thought, hang on a minute. Now, I do believe Cody is knocking with his feet somehow, but people have said maybe there's a device in his sock or something like that. Now, I can't show you the video, what I did last time, because I got copyright claimed by this dude. Thanks, mate. You can check out this video if you want to see that device. And I didn't believe it was possible, but what if it is? Because look at what Cody does here. Now tell me, who does this before putting shoes on? You'd pull your socks up and then put your shoes on. He pulls his sock right down from his toe and then carefully puts that bit of sock in his shoe and then his foot. Is there actually something in his sock? I don't know, but that looks very strange. Is this why the knocks are so loud? Because people who have showed...
Wait, that is a little weird. I totally forgot that he folded his sock after he took his foot out of his shoe to put in the slipper and like folded. That is so weird. Do any of you guys do that? That's so weird. Yeah, it is weird. It's very weird.
Knocking with their toes, you know, like Cody, his are super loud and the other people's are not. Let's not forget he actually had a company that sold paranormal devices. Has he somehow had something made that can make these loud knocks? That's somehow in his sock? I don't know, guys. It's pretty crazy. And guys, did you notice what Satori did? Quickly walk in front of the camera to distract you from Cody. She's actually done this a bunch of times, you know. When someone brings something up, she'll distract you by going back to try and communicate. Cody did this too when asked about doing the method, you know, while going to sit on a swing, awkwardly diverted the conversation back to contacting the spirits.
Wait. There's like a swing set right there.
Yeah.
Like if you, so you're saying if you guys were seated on there and your feet weren't touching the ground, it would not work.
We don't know.
I don't know. We tried.
So their ability should work no matter where they are or what they're doing, as long as they're supposedly quote unquote touching each other, right? Isn't that what they're stating? As long as they're touching each other, this is when the knocking happens. So it doesn't matter where they are, as long as they're touching each other, the knocking should automatically happen.
I mean, like we've been able to like. Oh, wait a minute.
That doesn't work apparently.
So like we tested.
Okay, everybody. So here's what we're going to do. Since I obviously can't play a dang thing and comment on anything that has to do with Cody and Satori, Sam and Colby, or the Conjuring House, I'm probably going to have to just make another live for either just on Twitch or another platform. Maybe, I don't know, but this is just ridiculous that you can commentate on anybody else's videos, right? But you can't commentate on them. So freaking confusing to me. So freaking confusing to me. All right, guys. So this actually shortens my live by like a lot, but I'll come up with something else and figure something else out to continue this topic and conversation. So just be on the lookout for another live, because if you guys have noticed, I've never had this happen for any type of commentary that I've done before. It's just really weird, really, really weird to me. And I find it really annoying and frustrating that YouTube actually suspends streams for playing certain people's content. So it is what it is, guys. But thank you all for coming out and choosing to spend your time with me tonight. I appreciate it. I know there has been some frustrations. Right? Exactly, Thea. Right? So, yeah, you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you for coming out and supporting me tonight. And just keep an eye out for when we'll have another topic conversation. And we'll just have to, do a topic just about it. And I guess just not play any content or something, or just show photos, because, yeah, it's a little weird. But just remember to, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications if you haven't already, and have a good rest of your night. And hang on a second. If you guys, I need to link Thea's channel, because Thea is doing a live tonight. So let me link the live. Actually, no, we're going to go. I'm going to see if I can redirect to her real quick. Give me a second. Let me redirect. Settings. Customization. Redirect. To Thea. Okay, so we are going to be redirected to Thea when we are done. Thank you guys all for coming out. Thank you guys all for, talking amongst yourselves and making friends and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. So yeah, go on over and follow Thea, and everybody's links I have in the description below. I have Beardo, I have Mythos, J Cards, Bad to the Bone. People I did not even get a chance to show tonight because of YouTube, and it's just crazy. So thank you guys. Have a good rest of your night. Bye, everybody.